I'm not really sure what I want to do tonight. I should probably get some work done, but it's Saturday and I feel like taking a little time to myself. I respectfully request that you back off. With all due respect, please stay away from me. For a moment, I'm wondering if Rakesh is talking to me, but I don't think he is. He's got a notebook in one hand and he's tapping with a pen in the other. He seems to be considering what he wants to write down. He looks up from his notebook and catches me looking at him. Anne, welcome home. I must tell my parents how I feel, if possible, without telling them how I feel. He looks at me as though I've got the answers hidden in my back pocket. I'm not sure what to tell him. He's in trouble. I will help a friend out. I sigh a little internally, but give Rakesh a smile. Alright, let's hear what you've got so far. What are you trying to tell them? Are you finally ready to tell them you're not interested in becoming a doctor? Well, something like this, yes. I received a letter from them the other day, stating that they are interested in coming out to see how this school is treating me. I cannot let them come here. They would discover what I have been doing, so my letter must respectfully tell them there is no need. That's going to be a bit tricky. Alright, so what have you got so far? Let me see. I have to translate it a bit. Dearest father and mother, I am fine. You needn't check on me. Everything's great. I am learning everything about medicine. Please feel free to cram it and stay where you are. What? And it doesn't really say that, does it? Well, I did say I was translating a bit. It's actually in English. They'll want to know what I'm learning, that I'm learning the language as well. Here, you can see. I shake my head but take the letter anyway. It is in English, and Rakesh did paraphrase it pretty well, even if it was being a bit sarcastic. Wait, are you actually sending them a paper letter? In this day and age? No, I'm just planning what to put in the email letter. Oh, well, I guess I'm just not really sure how to advise him to move forward. Rakesh, you know you have to write this letter, right? I mean, I can't write it for you. I know, I'm not sure what direction to go in. Should I try to tell them that we're all sick? Should I tell them our place is rats? You should tell them the truth. You know, you could always go with the truth. Rakesh looks at me like I've grown a hole in my head. I sigh and consider what he should do. Push for the truth. Well, Rakesh, if I were you, I'd probably just tell them the truth. They don't need to come check on your medical knowledge because you've dropped from the medical path. And it will be painful, but it will cut through the lies the fastest and you'll be able to move forward. And then you'll feel better without having that weighing you down. Rakesh frowns and rolls his eyes as though he just told me all the reasons why that wouldn't work. If you're still nervous about it, you can always precede it with bad news to help cushion the blow a bit. It really will help clear the air, Rakesh. Rakesh frowns and looks at me doubtfully but shrugs. Hey, Rakesh, you asked for my help, alright? So if you don't want my advice, then I can't help, I can't do anything. Stranger things have worked, I suppose. I'll see what I can put together. Okay. Yeah, our energy is going very low, so I am going to compensate by sleeping early during the days that we have our job. But I do need to keep, like, picking up the pace on our classes, on our classes and our skill trees here. So I'm still maximizing. Yeah, I pretty much have maximized everything I can dedicated to those skills. So yeah, because that's spontaneity. That's yeah. Okay. Yep, that's all I can do. So we'll see if it's enough before the end of the game. Okay, as I sit in my room, I find myself staring at the ceiling. It's been a good year so far. I've had a lot of fun I've had a lot of fun, gotten used to college life. I even gotten together with Dominic. But as I think about what I've got done this year, I can't help but feel like I haven't really made a lot of progress on my greater goals. I mean, I came to college to get away from my surroundings, to get out of my comfort zone. But I guess I've done that a bit. I feel like I've gotten more confident, but I still feel so shy. It kind of terrifies me, but I feel like I have to do something big, really get something going. Maybe if I can feel like I've truly left my old life behind, like I'm really ready to claim this new life I'm leading. Yeah, let's play the event. I call up Carmen, and 20 minutes later, she's in my room as we discuss what I can do. Oh, I've got it. You know what you need to do, Annabelle? You need to throw a party. What? No way. How would I throw a party? I wouldn't even know where to begin. Exactly. You're trying to cement a new you, right? The best way to do that and really break out of your shell? Throw a killer party. I think you're right. Of course I'm right. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. We'll have to find a space to hold it and figure out who to invite. We can't just have it here? And what, invite your housemates? That's not far out of your comfort zone, Annabelle. Come on, think big with me. Okay, you're right. You're gonna help me though, right? Of course, you don't have to do this alone. I'm right here with you. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you so much, Car. Oh, we're gonna need some entertainment too. Okay, I'll take care of the location. Okay, I'll try to get the entertainment. I feel like Max was better with the entertainment, but I'd be better with the location. I think. But at the same time, the whole point of this is to try to get Anne out of her comfort zone, so... let's get the entertainment. I'm sure I can think of something fun to do for people. Well, not to put too fine a point on it, Annabelle, but don't you know a rock star? Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a good idea! Of course it is. Think of some other stuff to do, though, okay? Definitely. Oh, Car, this is gonna be so much fun. I know! Terrifying, but fun. Carmen and I hug as we squeal over our plans. This really will be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what happens. Nice. I give a stretch after another long day of classes. I'm looking at the stairs, thinking how nice it's going to be back in my room. As I head up, I think about maybe stopping in Dominic's room. Yes, though I'm not sure if I want to disturb him. I head upstairs and drop all but a few of my books off. Smiling to myself, I head back out into the hall. I knock on Dominic's door, clutching my books. Part of me just is excited to spend time with him. I can tell he is too, from the smile on his face when he opens the door. I've got some studying to do and I'd love some company while I do it. Dominic nods vigorously and opens his door wide for me. I'm always happy to help. You get the most out of your education, Anne. You really need to work on your pickup lines, Dominic. We both laugh as he closes the door behind me. For the next few hours, we get a lot of homework done, while still having a lot of fun talking. Oh, nice. That's all they did was homework? I don't know. I feel like they might have been doing a little bit more than that. Alright. Yep. Energy's going down, but it's still early in the quarter. I'm not sure what to expect from Professor Merriweather. Still, it should at least be entertaining. Alright, if you're in this class, you probably got the basics down, which means it's time to start getting serious. Now, normally we do this sort of thing in a lab, but today is special for two reasons. Number one, some brain genius decided to mix glycerin with KMNO4 in our labs, meaning there is now an opportunity for alternate environment learning. Secondly, the morgue is full, and my contact is on the cheap. As soon as she says that, one of the Professor TAs walks into the room, pushing a cart with a blanket over it, and a suspiciously body-shaped lump under the blanket. This is a 103 class. I'm pretty sure we're not up to this stuff yet. As soon as I see the look of glee on the professor's face, though, I know we're going to do this. Alright, better question. Who wants to make the first incision? Don't worry, he's dead. He complains very little. Around the room, everyone seems unsure what to do with this. A few hands tentatively go up. Come on, you won't get a chance like this for another 2 or 3 years. Professor Merriweather, are you sure this conforms to regulations? I'm sorry, I thought this was biology. Apparently it's intro to law. Well, as it turns out, I've probably got a degree in that too, so how about you shut up? As a matter of fact, looks like someone just volunteered to take the first cut. The professor stares at me as the entire rest of the class turns to look at me with a mixture of amusement and horror. I wait a few moments to see if the professor is going to change her mind, but finally I stand up and walk down to the front of the class. Here you go, Captain Rules. How about you choose our lesson plan for today? Pick a spot. We'll examine whatever you cut up. The professor hands me some plastic gloves, which I put on as she stands there staring at me. She then hands me a scalpel and I look at the body. Luckily, the TA left his face and lower half covered. I walk over the corpse and try to figure out what I'm going to do. Cut into the chest, cut into the belly, refuse to cut. Cut into the chest. I take a deep breath and examine the chest of the cadaver. I'm not sure what area I want to examine. Heart, lungs. He's not getting any deader, kid. Just pick something. Finally, I make a deep incision just below his right lung, pulling the knife around to make a good flap. That's better. Alright, looks like we're looking at the lungs today. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the lack of blood. That's because they drain these things, and because I'm not a complete idiot. The professor looks at me just standing there and makes shooing motions. I slowly return to my seat as Professor Merriweather begins her lecture properly. I can't believe she had me do that. It wasn't my favorite, but it was still a fascinating learning opportunity. This is great. That was entertaining. Very entertaining. Okay. So, yeah. Could probably use more nap time. So, I'm going to nap there and sleep early here. Our grades are doing really well. You know, I'm right now more concerned about... Honestly, I'm concerned more about, like, my scores in organized and rational. So, yeah. We broke 200. I am starving. Luckily, the cafe is on the way home. A nice sandwich sounds perfect about now. As I open the door, I see Isabella and wave hello. She smiles, but she seems to be busy. As I'm sitting down with my food, I notice Chad coming in. Ugh, this might get ugly. I duck on down in my seat a bit, and I don't want to cause a scene, and I certainly don't want to antagonize the football player. I'm sure she wouldn't do anything violent, but still, there's no need to cause a ruckus. Besides, if Isabella needs me, I want to be here. Luckily, Isabella doesn't notice him at first and keeps serving other customers. Finally, after a few moments, I hear Chad clearing his throat loudly. Hey, Isabella, I don't get to have a word or nothing. I don't see why you should get a word in. Do you honestly feel like there's something to say? Because I don't particularly. Come on, don't be like that, baby. Look, I'm sorry I screwed up. Doesn't mean we can't have some good times, right? You really think that's all it's going to take? Isabella sets down the tray she was carrying with enough force that the sound echoes through the whole cafe. We're over, you bee. You had your chance at greatness and you blew it. Now scuttle off and leave me be. Come on, baby. I'm not the only one missing out. We had some good times, right? I made some mistakes, sure, but I'm coming to you on my knees here. Oh, are you? Really? Because you look like you're standing perfectly well to me. You don't even have flowers or chocolates or anything. You're not even trying. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you didn't bring me flowers. I'd hate to think you wasted your money. We done here? Come on. You think you can do better than me? Just forgive me already. Are you kidding? I could find a better man than you out behind the dumpsters. Chad turns red in anger for a moment. Are you kidding me? I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. I would jump in. I don't know if Isabella would like it, but I would jump in. I can't stand anymore. I'm not gonna let Chad bully Isabella like this. You should probably go, Chad. Isabella doesn't want you here. Plus, I want Anne to get out of her comfort zone. Isabella's hard gaze flits in my direction for a moment. It seems like she gets even angrier before she looks back at Chad. Nobody was talking to you, little mouse. Scurry back into your hole. Maybe it's that kind of disrespect that got you dumped in the first place. Chad turns on me and starts approaching me menacingly. What, you think you can steal my woman out from under me? Just slip in with her in the night? Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree, dude. Nobody's stealing anything, Chad. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. Just go. I'm trying my best not to shrink away from Chad. It's taking everything in my power. This is bull, Isabella. How can you do this? Quite easily, you a-hole. Almost as easily as I can throw you out of this cafe. And if you even think of causing any more trouble, I'll also easily cause you a world of hurt. You understand me, Chadwick? Chad glares at Isabella and then at me and then back at Isabella. Finally, he throws up his hands in frustration. Fine, I'm leaving. It's no use trying to talk sense to you crazy. Smell you later, losers. As Chad leaves, I slump down to my chair. My previous energy just leaves me. I look back in time to see Isabella standing over me, fuming. And what were you trying to do, Anne? I just wanted to help. I didn't like him bullying you. I can take care of myself, Anne. I don't need anyone fighting my battles for me. Look, just eat your food. I've got other customers to serve. I'll see you tonight, okay? Alright. I nod quietly as Isabella bustles off. I can tell she's still pretty angry. Hopefully not at me. Oh wow. Our time with Isabella is danger, Will Robinson, danger. Alright, I mean, I can rest easy knowing that I attempted to help. Okay, I think I've got enough studying done for one evening. Now, I think it's time to start thinking about my party again. I need to figure out what kind of entertainment we're going to have. Yeah, let's do it. I've been writing up notes for planning ever since that first night. Carmen said it's best when she said I know a rock star. It's just a question of asking him. I know Max is a friend, but it still feels a little weird asking him for a semi-professional favor like this. I knock on Max's door and organize my pitch as he opens the door. Oh, hey Anne, what's up? I figured you'd be studying tonight. Well, not sure how to ask this, but, well, how would you like a gig? If this is going to be one of those pretend to be my boyfriend while my parents are in town thing, I'm going to pass. I'm trying to throw a party, and it's not a party unless you have entertainment, and I don't know anyone more entertaining, and it would be really nice if you would play for me. Whoa, slow down! We both laugh as I try to compose myself. Alright, let's talk a couple specifics. Real party or just a couple friends? You gonna pay us? I assume you want to hold the whole band, not just me and the guitar. What kind of people are you inviting? Real party, I can try to pay a bit, and yes, the whole band. It's not just going to be a couple friends, but it's not like I'm looking to invite the whole campus or anything. Well, once people get wind that I'm playing, alright Ann, you've got a deal. I'll call Memphis and we'll get things ready. You have the rest of the details sorted? Not yet, but we'll let you know more when we know. Max and I shake hands on it, and I head back to my room, dialing up Carmen as I go. Hey Ann, good timing. I just heard back from my guy, and we've got a place. Perfect. Max said yes, so we've got the entertainment. Alright, so we've got the basics. We should probably have more entertainment than just the band, but we can put that together as we go. Exactly. Now we just need to figure out who we're inviting. Yeah, Max asked who we'd be inviting too. We probably don't want to take an ad out in the paper, but we want to get the word out enough that people know what's going on. I think I know who to ask about it. Give me a bit of time to consider it. Okay, do you want me to ask around for other attendees? No, I need to invite people myself. The whole point is I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. No, thank you. Not this time. Not that you couldn't find awesome people, but this is something I should try to do myself. Don't worry, by the time I'm done, I'll be meeting all kinds of new people. Of course, you should totally invite whoever you'd like. No, I totally get what you're saying. Don't worry, I'll only ask a couple of close friends, since I'm kind of co-hosting this, right? It sounds like we're well on our way. We can do it, Annabelle. Yeah, I think we're all on our way to a fabulous bash. Nice. Cool. 214. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to hit 300. But I mean, I'm going to keep trying cuz I got to hit 300 rational, and like I'm still a ways away from hitting 200 organized. I mean, I'm getting closer. I'm just going to flip this one to physics just to try to buy a little bit more, and we'll see how it goes from there. I snag a good seat, prepared for another class. I sometimes can't believe they still let Professor Tass teach here. I guess that's the power of tenure. I wonder what he's going to get into today. All right, you little mouse, you money sack, sit down. Let's get this started. No, different voice. All right, you little money sack, sit down. Let's get this started. Everyone quiets down, settling in their seats. The professor turns on a projector and starts displaying slides. The slides seem to be displaying a countryside. A few buildings dot it. As he progresses through the slides, we see a bunch of people standing in front of buildings and posing. Professor, are we just looking at your vacation slides? What's your point? I'm trying to get to a point. If certain nosy know-nothings would stop interrupting me. I sit back in my seat, not believing we're actually looking at a professor's vacation slides. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne. Is my lecture boring you? Perhaps you'd like to give a better one. Come on, get down here. I stand up from my desk, walking down to stand in front of the professor. He looks down at me, that stern stare in his eyes. I've had my eye on you for a while now, Anne. I've been watching you and hoping that you would blossom into a full and glorious student I know you could be. I looked quizzically at the professor. I had no idea he had such an interest in me. His smoldering brown eyes are boring a hole onto me. Well, I wanted to do my best for you, Professor. I know you did, Anne. That was part of my joy. Watching you, knowing that you were so eager to please me, and that I was so eager to teach. Suddenly the professor takes me into his arms. You are the one for me, Anne. You are the one who can take my instruction, and I only teach pleasure. When I'm done, you will know pleasure and how to please better than any other person before you. The professor hugs me close, looking down into my eyes. Will you complete me, Anne? Will you be the pupil I need to complete this circle? I can feel warmth creeping up on my neck. I bury my head in the professor's coat. Accept the professor's love, deny the professor's advances. No. I'm sorry, Professor Task, but my heart already belongs to Dominic. The professor pushes me harshly away from him, throwing an arm across his face. Fine, I thought that you could be the one, but no, you are just like all of the others. You will never be complete without me, Anne, you fool. But I must admit, I will never be complete without you. From under his jacket, the professor pulls a long knife. The class gasps as he puts the point to his chest just over his heart. If I cannot have you, then I do not want anyone. I regret only one thing, that I wasted my time loving a waste like Anne. Professor Task pulls the dagger away. I turn my head, not wanting to watch. As the dagger plunges towards his breast, I hear a scream from the back. No, all is not lost, Professor. You don't have to do this. I don't? No, you really don't. Oh, I thought... Yes, I know, but you don't. Though you could always kill Anne if you really need to kill someone. Hey, great idea. Here, take my spare. I look in horror as the professor and Roxanne begin approaching me with daggers bared. I can't run, I can't hide, and they're getting closer. They're almost on top of me. The music is just totally not fitting what's going on in this scene. With a start, I lift my head off my desk. I can't believe I fell asleep. What was that dream? See, the problem is I knew this was a dream because I feel like Max's was more entertaining. Max's dream was more entertaining, but this is fine too. If I had seen it like for the first time and not realized it was a dream. And that's why you should always be aware of what kind of cheese you're buying in foreign countries. See, I told you I was getting to a point. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just keep going. Time's running short to get my plans in motion. It's time to start getting invites out, which of course means figuring out who to invite. I just hope Isabella can help me. Sure. I head down the hall, formulating my game plan as I go. I knock on Isabella's door, idly playing with my hair as I listen to her footsteps approaching. Oh, hey, Anne. Not studying tonight? Come on in. Oh, I've got some studying to do later tonight, but I need to ask you about something first. Sure, anything. Even though we're at the zero relationship now. Well, not to draw it out for too long, but I'm throwing a party, and, I don't really know how many people outside Latin House. I don't really know many people outside Latin House. Oh, if you need to know some party animals, my dear, you have come to the right place. I kid. Trust me, I know how to get a good party going. Let me think about your personality. Yeah, okay, I think I can give you some people a call. You some people to call. Oh, thank you, Isabella. Isabella reaches over to her desk and pulls out a small book. She begins transcribing things from her address book onto a spare piece of paper. Do you have some entertainment for us? Yeah, Max is going to be playing. Carmen suggested we also get a ping pong table for beer pong. Maybe a tournament? Ooh, that sounds like fun. Have you started advertising at all? No, I don't think I will. I mean, I'm not looking to get the whole campus involved. Fair enough. You want just beer, or you want to have a full-on bar? Nothing like a mixed drink to get the party going. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I know we were thinking about a bit of alcohol, but a bartender would be pretty interesting. It can be a little expensive, but yeah, it can be a good stuff. Though it can also lead to things getting a little wild. After all, harder alcohol and all that. If you want it, I know a guy who doesn't card. I want to keep things a little more low-key. I think we'll do it. Give me his number. Get Anne, like I said, this is Anne's big break to just get her out of the comfort zone. I think we'll do it. Give me his number. Hopefully people will like it. Oh, I'm sure he'll be great. He knows how to entertain while he bartends. Great. Is he like one of those topless bartenders? Because, I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. Isabella thinks for a moment and then writes down a note for me. There you go. Just email him and let him know what's going on. Wow. Isabella's being fantastic, even though we're at zero relationship right now. But I am glad that zero relationship doesn't mean that they're, like, going to start, like, hating on us. Back in my room at last, just as I'm putting my keys on my desk, there's a knock on my door. And you have to help me. They have outwitted me. I stand with my keys in my hand, staring at Rakesh. Who's outwitted you? My parents. They're going to be video calling me in 20 minutes. So? So? The letter I wrote them. They're not coming, but they still want to check up on me. You have to help me. Didn't you tell them the truth? I looked down at the keys in my hand for a moment before answering. Sure, I'm gonna help him out. All right, Rakesh, what do you want to do? I mean, it's just a phone call. It's not like they can hurt you through the phone, even if it's a video conference. I don't know. I have to convince them that I'm okay here and there's no need to worry and that I'm still in the medical track. I thought we agreed you were going to tell them the truth about what you were doing. I may have chickened out a little on that. I sort of told them the truth. I told them I was studying art and really enjoying it. I just also told them I was still studying medicine. I sigh and shake my head at him. That just complicates things. I know, but it would be terrible to tell them the whole truth. It would be terrible for you to not and just keep playing the charade. That's worse. Worse, lesser of the two evils, Rakesh. You gotta think of lesser of the two evils. Ugh, fine. What do you want to do? I am quite glad you asked. 15 minutes later, Rakesh is standing in front of his laptop with a webcam attached. We're sitting in my room, mostly because it looks the least like a bomb went off in it, out of all the rooms in the house. Rakesh has strewn various charts and graphs around the room, and I'm laying in bed with a cold compress on my head. Not to mention a rather hastily put together paint job that's supposed to make me look like a sick person, but mostly makes me look like a Martian. You really think this is going to work? It must end. I think we can pull this off, together. Just a few moments later, his video conferencing software bleeps at him and Rakesh hurriedly tucks me into the bed. Okay, here we go. Remember, I am the competent medical student and you are my patient. I moan in sickly fashion and Rakesh gives me a thumbs up. A video screen pops up on his computer and I can just barely make out the blurry image of Rakesh's parents. I quickly lay my head back down though, so I look more like I'm resting. Rakesh said something in Urdu that I assume is a greeting. Then his parents say something back. Are you sure? I do not mind. I have not had much chance to speak my native tongue lately. His parents say something back and Rakesh just nods, continuing in English. Well, this is my office where I keep my computer. Yeah, with all of the really... whatever. As you can see, I have a patient here right now, so I cannot talk too loudly. Oh yes. It is very normal for one such as I, who is moving so well along the path to earning my doctorate. I must prove my skills after all. I try not to roll my eyes. He's really overselling it. Oh no, my patient is very comfortable. I'm sure. After all, I do my best to attend to their needs whenever they arise. Whenever they arise. That was my cue. I cough loudly, moaning in a sickly fashion and trying to roll around. Just a moment. I'll be right back. Oh, I feel so very terrible. So terribly, terrible. I don't feel good. I mean, not good at all. Rakesh glares at me for a moment while he pretends to check my charts. I try not to laugh. I feel a little bad about the hammy acting. Finally, Rakesh attaches a sphygmomanometer to my arm like he's trying to take my blood pressure, while putting the chest piece of a stethoscope against my neck. His neck? Her neck? I try to moan a little bit, but I don't think that's how those are supposed to be used. Oh my goodness, your pressure is 190/24 and your fever is 55 degrees Celsius. We must boost your fluids, stat. I'm so sorry, Father, Mother, but I will have to call you back another time. My patient here may be collapsing. I gurgle a little and fall back limp. I really hope this helps, though a part of me really hopes it doesn't. These kind of theatrics can't last forever. What do you mean, what am I doing? I am tending to a patient as we in medical training do. Of course this is real. What else could it be? Well, I guess these kind of theatrics don't last very long at all. Rakesh is floundering. I open my eyes and see him sweating bullets looking at the screen. I guess the jig is up. Get up and tell them the truth. I sit up in bed, removing the cold compress and trying to smear some of the paint off my face. Rakesh, I don't think they're going to buy it. I look back over to the camera as Rakesh's panic really sets in. He stands stock still as I address his parents.